that's kind of an embarrassing story. So I started in about 19. I ordered my first raw fiber on Facebook from an amazing shepherd in America, and I ordered mohair, and I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with pulling the locks and separating the locks, the whole washing experience, seeing it change from dirt to something beautiful, and I got hooked on raw fiber, and I started searching farmers and buying fleeces, and it got to the point where either I was going to be a hoarder or open my business. So I thought, if I become a vendor at the fiber festivals, I've got an excuse to just buy more fleeces. So that's my story. It was either hoarding or opening up a business. It's quite funny. The other thing is, and it's a more of a on a personal note, is I'm very introverted and quite shy, and this is one thing, the fiber festivals and putting myself out there for feedback from people that I don't know, so is so far out of my comfort zone. But I've decided that I need to push myself, and this is my way of doing that, growing as a person by overcoming my shyness. So I started out, and I thought it would be for spinners, but I sell very, very few locks to spinners. It's more, I find, people that wet felt, that want to add some added texture to some interest. Needle felting the same, especially the shorter for landscapes. And then I have weavers, because I sell the little kits as well. And then I have the very inspiring customers that just makes my brain sing. That goes totally outside the box and does such creative stuff with the locks, and then it inspires me to go down, that way a little bit. So, but basically, it's for anybody that want to add some texture to any project. If it's combining it with ceramics or pottery, weaving with wood, or like pieces of bronze, including it with nature, basket weaving, where you want to put some added texture to it. And doll hair is one that is a new outlet for me. So I made a doll, and there's a lot of people that find that emotional connection with dolls. And then, of course, there's my indigo dyeing, is another rabbit hole that I've been down, and I just love it. It's absolutely, it's 100% me. And the latest is I did a course that combines rust printing with indigo dyeing. So I'm combining those on silk, and having scarves, and just a process. And that's where my love is, and I find my creativity is the whole process of doing it. It's, yes, the final product is beautiful and it's lovely, but I find the process is where the fulfillment comes in. So it's for anybody, and young kids and people. It's for all ages, and that's also nice. Is the kids that come around I quite enjoy the projects that they're going to make. There's two type of customers that come in. The one that has a project in mind, and they usually, they either bring a sketch of the felting project that they're making, or the wool, the yarn that they want to combine it with, and they very focused, and this is what I want, and this is what I'm looking for. And then I get the customer that comes in, and they usually either come twice, a few times, and they kind of stand there, and I can see the creative wheels just spinning, and where they look, they find inspiration in the either the colors or the locks, or how they are, and they're looking for a project to do with it. And those are very interesting customers, because they usually are at the beginning of the creative process. I live on an acreage, but I don't have any. I think it's because I'm too lazy to get up at 5 in the morning. So I have the Wensleydales. So Wensleydales is the very long to inch locks. They're very similar to Teeswater or Masham. They're very finicky sheep. They die very easily. So they won't survive in Saskatchewan winters. There's some on Vancouver Island, and there's some in Ontario, but I get mine from Europe. So I have those. And and it's really a pride that I have, that I source out the farmer, and I know the farmer's name. I know the circumstances of the sheep. I know kind of what my farmer in Europe broke her last year. So shearing and lambing was a very big challenge for her. So we really get involved in each other's lives around sheep. And then I have dyed and natural colored Cotswold. So Cotswold is my shorter curly locks, and I only do curly locks. And it's from a farmer, I want to say in Saskatchewan terms, just up the road from me. It's about an hour and a half, but in Saskatchewan terms, it's very close. And it's such a nice, I go to her farm, I look at the sheep, pick the fleeces that I want. And it's so nice, because we, share again how hard the winter was, and how the drought is making the hay not very. So and she's got 10 or 15 sheep, so not a lot. So I love supporting her. And then I have Jennifer from Riverside Farms, and we actually, it's a story how we connected. I found her on Facebook, I think, and it was just when she started selling fleeces and getting into the fibre festivals, and she was still living up in Dawson's Creek area before she moved. And the Scotland is just absolutely beautiful, and she does such a good job with the genetics to make it very pure. So I have some of her fleeces that I also locks, and they more the shorter ones for the gnome beards and the Santa beards. So I have those, and I don't dye those. And the reason I don't dye them is they're so soft, and they felt very easily. I did dye them in the beginning, and it just didn't work. It totally felt it, and then the structure of the quill changes. So I have those. Sometimes I'm lucky to get a black fleece from her, or the little white or gray ones are very beautiful. So that's the locks, the long Wensleydale, shorter Cotswold from Saskatchewan, and then the Gotland from BC. The process of finding the specific sheep and finding the farmers is really something I enjoy. And I didn't plan it this way, but those 3 farmers are all female. So it's all women shepherds that that I buy from. And I also have a farmer, I remember now, in Manitoba, and she's also a female shepherd. So it's interesting how that part worked out. So I'm at Imagine Yarn on Facebook and Instagram. My website is imagineyarn.com. And on there, I've kind of changed the way I present online shopping. So there's the virtual experience, which means is you contact me, we set up a one-to-one video call, and you tell me what product or what colors or locks you're interested in, and we have a session where I show you the locks and you decide which ones you would like, and then I mail it out. So instead of the pictures of all the locks available, it's more an interactive one-on-one where we talk about the products, and I show you what's available, and we go from there. So it's Instagram, Facebook, and my website, and of course all the fibre festivals that I go to. That's also listed on my